Let's go. We are live. We are live. Welcome to our first debut pilot. We don't have a name yet. We don't have a format yet, an agenda yet. What we're just going to do is share. By the way, this guy, we're related. He's my son. He's my only son. Nathan, he's my only son. And I'm his mother.
You are correct. This is my mother. Yes, I'm Nathan. This is our first show. We're seeing what's up. No format. Love that. We're just rolling with it, getting some content out and press and go.
Just press live. You know what I was thinking, Nathan? I was thinking our show is going to be inspirational to some, maybe. For me, it's going to be inspirational. It's going to be informative, sharing informative, and my favorite.
I know what you're going to say.
Go ahead.
Entertaining.
Now, how the hell did that happen live on stage? That's right. Inspirational, informative, and entertaining.
Entertaining. I like that. And I like that you said inspirational to me. Yeah, I'm looking to be inspired as well. I'm looking to be entertained too. And informative. Yeah, I'm here to learn a thing or two. I can't know everything.
Well, your mother does know everything.
Yes, so I've heard. No title. Yeah, I was thinking of title, and I do have things, little topics that we could throw out. Well, can I start off with one topic we talked about yesterday?
No. Of course.
So the topic is flowing, letting it flow. We talked about how the show's going to be different energy, different time. We're going to feel different. We're going to be, maybe you talk a little more, maybe I talk a little bit more serious, fun, just how it's going to be different show to show and letting it flow. And I really love that. Yesterday we did a little test run, just testing the equipment, technical, and that just helped relax me. And then I was thinking about what even letting it flow means. What am I even talking about when I say let it flow? So that was one topic.
I like that. Well, for me, let it flow means to surrender in every moment, to surrender to the moment. No resistance, no, oh, this shouldn't be happening. Oh, why is this happening? This isn't right. So for me, letting it flow is just total surrender in every moment. And it ain't easy.
No, it's not. Total surrender. So yeah. Did you say no expectations, or did I make that up in my head?
You made that up in your head. I didn't say it, but I could say it now.
Yeah. Oh, you said in the moment, letting the moment be what it is. That's a really good one for me because it's the moment right now. And I can hear the story saying, well, it's got to be like this. Nathan, you should feel like this. Well, it's the first show. You've got to be, I mean, just all the stories, all the little chatterbox. And then I'm here doing the show with you with the chatterbox.
And so now you're bringing up a really important point and practice. I don't know if you know this, Nathan, but your mother is a self-proclaimed happiness specialist.
I do know that.
Inner peace practitioner.
Yes.
That, and oracle.
And oracle. Okay.
And teacher, but most importantly, a student. So always learning, always growing, always a student. And one of the things that I share is that there are okay, here we go. Before we start, everyone, check that subscribe button. And
Click that subscribe, click that like.
click the like, click the subscribe, click right down
Click,
there.
click.
Right,
Right down here, click right over here. Keep
click
click
there,
until you
there,
find it.
click it. Thank you. And the other thing I want to say is, I can't speak for this one, but for me, put your seatbelt on, audience, because I don't have any filter, and I may hurt some feelings. I may trigger you, your buttons may be pushed, you may be triggered. Well, put your seatbelts on. I'm just letting you know.
Right. Well, that's very kind of you to give them a heads up.
Well, thank you.
Do I need to put my seatbelt on too?
If you don't know that after 38 years, you were born with the seatbelt. Sometimes you unlock it. You were born with the seatbelt. You're my son.
I hope I was born with a seatbelt. I might need 2 seatbelts, a little crisscross.
Get it?
Our
Seatbelt,
first official get it.
seatbelt, astronaut suit, helmet, race car driver suit, hazmat. Yeah, put it all on. Okay?
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. I'm talking to them.
Don't listen to him.
And don't listen to her.
Don't listen to him. Let's see where I'm getting dark and light. Okay, there we go.
Yes.
So I have a question, Nathan.
Yes.
I have a question. So when you talk about happiness, let me just be very clear. It's not something happens and now I'm happy. It's an internal foundation. It's rooted internally. And what is this? Because sometimes people don't like that word happy. So I like to share. I use the term, the energy of contentment. The vibration of contentment, the vibration of feeling content, satisfied, balanced, all of that. So forget the word. I'm really focused on the energy or the vibration, the personal vibration.
Yes. Now I'm thinking all these different emotions when I do feel happy, when I'm feeling upset, when I'm feeling any kind of emotion. What else is going on other than that emotion? Like you said, that energy of contentment. What else? Am I just that emotion? Well, I don't think I have to be. And I don't feel happy all the time. I wish I did. I wish I was upbeat, funny, calm, collected, cool all the time, but I'm not. But there is something I do feel like I can connect to all the time. And that, like you said, that vibration, I call it different things. Contentment, satisfaction underneath, acceptance. Yeah, and again, calling it different things at different times, just helping me to connect to that. Yeah.
Let me share this.
Yeah, please.
My latest. Let me look at your cup. Who's the monster on the cup?
Well, I'm so glad you asked.
Oh, it's not a monster.
No, it's one eye with the hands, and then this is my favorite part. I don't know if you can read it, but it says, oops.
It says, up yours.
It says, trust in the mystery.
Trust in the mystery.
Yeah, because I'm then I'll turn it back to you. I'm really trying to do my best to name what this is, what this connection is. What is that thing that I'm surrendering to? I don't really. There's something mysterious about it that I can't put a name to it. But I'm trusting that that I don't have to unlock the mystery to trust in it, surrender to it. So yeah, I like this mug.
I like that mug too.
Mm-hmm.
So back to the, here we go. Here we go. And this is seatbelt time. But before we get to the seatbelt, I want to share this one. This is my latest practice of not labeling an emotion, not labeling how I feel happy, sad, angry, upset, resentful, anxious. So it's just forget the labels, just feel. I'm a human in a human, I'm the universe in human form, having a human experience, and I'm going to feel all different kinds of emotions. How do I know who came up with the labels? This is sad. This is happy. How about I'm just feeling because I'm human? That's number one. Let me just preface it by that. That's number one. And here we go. Seatbelts. And this did not come from me. This came from one of these people that, and in fact, I want to ask you about that. Who are some of your foundational teachers that are go-to? And so one of my newest teachers, gurus, whatever you want to call it, for information, more truth, is he channels an entity called Basha, Basha. I believe his name is David. I'm gonna kind of look up his name. Let's see. Basha. Yeah, Bashar. No, that's not him. Now, when I looked something up, can you still see me on the screen?
I can, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Because this is our first show. Okay, anyway, listen to this one. Oh, and I sent it to you, and it's, sometimes you feel it. We're all, scratch that, I'm taught by a variety of teachers. And sometimes I outgrow the teachers, Sometimes it's time to move on from a teacher. But this particular one, here we go. You ready for this? Seatbelt for everybody listening. The practice is there is no meaning to anything. Nothing. No meaning, no definition, nothing, no description. He was saying that all of this is neutral. Who puts a meaning to anything? Neutral. So stay neutral, be neutral. Neutral means there's no stories, no meaning. There's not a meaning. That means there are no stories. And the stories, I'm just going to speak for myself, the stories happen instantly. There's always a story going on, why this is happening, from the past to the future. There's always, it's not quiet in here. There's a lot of activity going on. Shut up. But it doesn't shut up. So what do I do with it? How do I live with it? I've talked about it. I just witness it. Witness the stories, but what's going on in here has nothing to do with the truth, has nothing to do with me, has nothing to do with reality. Everything is neutral. There is no meaning to anything. Your turn.
Okay, that was the seatbelt. That was the seatbelt moment. I want to go back. I just wrote down a couple things you said so I can remember. Can I go back? Because I do want to hit on no meaning, because I was blasted away with that one. But I want to go back to not labeling feelings, because now you're talking about not labeling, not putting any meanings on anything. So I have a question for you, which is, what does that do for you when you don't label a feeling? So we have these feelings, they feel all different kinds of way. We created this language, analyzing it, psychoanalyzing it. Now we have all these names. So what does that do for you not using those names?
Great question. Who taught you to ask such good questions? Oh, me?
It's a real question. I would like to know.
Yes. Great question. This is what first off the bat, it's very relaxing to let go of a relax. See, the interesting thing about letting go of labels, it's great. Oh, I feel happy. Oh, I feel connected. Oh, I feel, I don't use this word joy. Oh, I feel so balanced. Oh, I feel so in tune. Oh, I feel grateful. Oh, I'm feeling all this, oh, this energy coming through. But on the other side, when I'm feeling, let's just label it for a second, stuck, depressed, sad, lonely, all of those, the not preferred emotions. Going back all the way to the beginning, what program assigned an emotion anyway? But back to your question, it makes me feel relaxed. It makes it makes me feel it eases my vibration. The energy is just, it feels like there's one less thing to do. It feels like there's one less suitcase to pick up and carry, because the emotion, the label is a judgment. Where did I, oh yeah, well, feeling happy and great, to this loneliness. Why do I prefer one over the other? What is that program that I prefer feeling a certain way over another way?
Right. Well, right. I was gonna say the program, the judgment is feeling those unpreferred emotions is wrong. I did something wrong to feel this way. That's what it comes down to for me. And or someone else did something wrong. Something is wrong. Something is not right. There's no order. There's things that need to be fixed. And either I need to fix it or something else needs to fix it. That's what feels like the judgment to me. I like the word preferred though. I do like that word. I'm just thinking of food or temperature, something really obvious that I just have a preference. That doesn't feel like a judgment to me. That doesn't feel like wrong. But the this is right, this is wrong does feel like a judgment. And I was thinking one less thing to do, because if I don't have a label for the feelings, then I don't hear anything in my head about what to call it, what to do about it. It's more of a feeling. And like you talked about in the beginning, this thing that just doesn't stop. You said, how do I live with this? I think that's what my journey is. How do I live with this and not go crazy?
And not go crazy is, it definitely has the ability to attempt to try to make me go crazy, only because it's pulling me in so many different directions. But the recognizing what it is, number one, is recognizing what this whole thing is anyway, the constant chatter, the endless, the incessant, I wake up with it, I go to sleep with it, the endless. So for me, recognizing that's just what it does. I'm not, but it's not me. It's just like recognizing a butterfly. It morphs, a caterpillar. It just morphs into a butterfly. That's just what it does. And so this entity, this entity, whatever this is, I'm not even going to, some people call it the ego. Some people call it lower consciousness, the mind, the constant chatter that doesn't go away. So how do I live with that without going crazy? Number one, I recognize that nothing, absolutely nothing that the thoughts, that the stories tell me is true. Nothing. Absolutely not one thing. It's just recycled. This is how I do it. Recycled garbage. Recycled. None of it's true. Number two, practice separating myself from it. It's not me. It's just like if I'm going to the zoo and I'm watching and I'm looking at the elephants, or I'm looking at the tigers, or I'm looking at the bears. I'm just watching. I'm watching this thing. Just constantly keep going. But I'm not believing it. I'm not identifying with it. I'm not giving it any kind of power over me. And again, it's a practice. It's witness it, observe it. And now that it's neutral and it has no meaning, no definition, and what happens with me is it still happens, but oh, there it is again. Oh, it's just like kids ringing the doorbell Halloween. Oh, there they are again. There they are again. Oh, you're here. But I'm not giving it any kind of strength or ability to dig in. At least that's the practice. And then how do I do that? Very simple. I ask the universe. I always ask how questions. How do I let go? How do I practice not identifying with the stories? How do I let go of giving power to the stories? That's it. That's what I do. And then eventually, gradually, with time, those stories, I hear them. And it's just like a cloud passing with that same amount of power that a cloud has, which is no power.
Okay, well, I'm glad I asked.
Are you?
Sort of. No, I am glad I asked, and I'm glad I asked. Am I glad I asked? I'm glad I asked because what we're talking about is the practice of letting these clouds, these things go by, and they look real, or they seem real. I might have got through them yesterday, and then today they seem real again, or it's a different shaped cloud, or it's a little cloud, a big cloud, and it doesn't really matter. It's still a cloud.
See, now I'm getting chills. You're saying it feels real. It feels real. It looks real. It feels real. It's just like going to a magic show. It's real. The magic is real. They did cut the lady in half. It's real. No, it's not. It's just a television show. It's a magic show. It's not real. And so when I really locked in on that, it has nothing to do with reality. That's part of it. That's part of the practice. Let me ask you a question. Well,
Yes.
the other thing though, I just wanted to kind of lighten it up a little bit. Not lighten it up, but just switch really quickly.
Yeah.
In this show, this is our debut show, so we're feeling everything out. And there are one of the things that I don't like to do is a lot of planning, but one of the things is preparation for topics. So we are going to do funny stories, customer service stories. We're going to include those. And also we're going to have a segment called Bad Advice, where me and ye, give out bad advice, not good advice, bad advice for your detriment. I mean, for your comedic release. And then we're also going to, we'll tell you about that next show.
Nice.
Yes, thank you. How about this? Who wants to share their customer service nightmare story this week first?
Right. I suppose I'll go first.
Okay.
So
by the way, audience, I just want to let you know. So between the two of us, one of us is a clown. and one of us isn't. I don't know if you know which one it is, but let's go. Next. Yeah.
Are you done? We are running out of time here. But what a lovely debut show this has been so far.
For you.
So I'm trying. So the customer service story, we're going back 2 days ago, and it's a double customer service. So we've got one group on the line and then the other group. So now we love the doubles.
Double attack. Oh, bookend customer service. It doesn't get better than that.
It doesn't get better.
Please.
One's on hold. So let's see. Where do I start here? Do I even want to start?
You're not feeling your customer service story?
Well, I just don't know where to dig in first and how far in depth to go, and yeah.
Well, you'll get with it sooner or later. So the funny thing is this one started on stage. This one started on stage, and I'm finishing it. I'm on stage. I've been on stage. I was born on stage, but who knew?
And it's exhausting.
Not to me.
Well, that's good.
By the way, I did want to do the cup. That's really a good idea. Just like in Seinfeld, you just
the sip. Well,
yes.
I'll just tell you. I'll tell my story. I don't need to make this a big deal. So who was I on the phone with first? Well, it's tax stuff, and I need to go back to old tax stuff that I got an email about, but now the email doesn't work. So I need to. Well, actually, I don't need to do the tax things first. The first is the IRS, which is serious. It's very serious. And it's really hard to get on the phone with the IRS. So I'm already fighting with the automated I'm already fighting with the automated voices. I'm pressing 1 quickly. I'm pressing 0. Won't let me go to the operator. It's so annoying. So I know I'm already on tilt when I'm fighting with the robot voice. Then I finally get someone on the other line, and she is a lot kinder and softer and just patient. She doesn't seem like she's rushing me off the phone. So I don't want to lose her, because the last one I had, I hated, and we got in a little fight because she was saying, well, you have to do this and then do this, and she was saying some word I don't know. She was saying it too quickly, and then she told me to go online, and I said, I don't need to go online. I just need you to say it slower. Please say it slower.
Were you yelling at her? Did you start crying?
I almost started crying. I didn't cry, but I did raise my voice, and I did feel like I got in a fight with this woman. I don't even know her. And she wasn't into me, and I wasn't into her. So now I get this really cool energy for me. And she says, well, I can't let you in. We can't go any farther until I get this information from your old tax return. So I'm looking it up. I can't look it up. I don't have it. And then when I finally find it, the link doesn't work because it's old. So now I'm calling my tax people while I'm on the phone with the IRS. And she said, you can put me on hold. She was just very patient, and I really liked that. I didn't feel rushed. And that helped me. Yeah, it just helped me. So now I'm on the phone with the tax people, and she says, well, I can email it to you, but I need to figure out the policy, and I can't do it right away. And this is where I get crazy with customer service is she says, I have a few things to do. and I'll get to yours when I have the time. But I'm the most important person here.
If it's not you, it's me.
Yes. So then I'm battling, I'm not the most important person. She's working with me. I just, talk about no expectations. Long story short,
It's impossible.
yeah, long story short is she's just not able to do it while I'm on hold with the other one. And I really wanted to stay on hold with her because I didn't want to leave her and then talk to someone else. I'm hanging on to her. So I'll just wrap up. I mean, this isn't really, it's not such a funny story, but it's a good story of letting go of control, not doing things in my time, working with other people that, not that they're not interested in me, but they're not only interested in me. They've got other things going on, and just me swallowing that pill. And then the last thing I'll say, which I wanted to go back to anyway, what you said is nothing has meaning. Just getting off the phone, knowing I need to wait for this information from one side. I'll get it to the other side when it all comes through. And it's not that important that I need to get all frazzled up about it. Does it really have that much meaning? I mean, the IRS, taxes, I know there are deadlines and there are things that maybe are more important than others, but if we're going all the way back to this contentment and this thing that you said relaxes you, that is the most important thing to me, even above taxes. So yeah. And yeah, the last thing I'll say is it just took longer than I thought it would. The whole thing just takes longer, and I get frustrated that we're not doing this in 5-10 minutes. You've talked about this. This may be a topic for another show, but just this idea of wasting time. I did want to talk about time.
Well, I got some great things, great tips on the whole wasting time, and then also this topic of taking things personally. But guess what? I have to talk about that next show.
Yes.
Your customer service story was not funny.
It was not funny.
Oh, not funny. It was, but it's what happens to all of us. But insights on all of the reasons why the frustration, okay? Because she's talking slowly, she's explaining, I want to hold on to her, I didn't like the other lady. All of that is just part of a bigger practice. Oh my goodness, Nathan, you just brought up so many good points that we're going to touch on next week's show, taking it personally, and then having a preference, and then having expectations of how long something is supposed to take in the first place. Where am I living? Am I living in the present moment, or am I living in the future, or am I living in the past? Those questions will be
And
answered.
more.
And more.
And will at least be talked about.
Excuse me?
I said at least will be talked about. I don't know if they'll be answered.
They are going to be answered. I'm going to answer them.
Well, thank you so much. Well,
and
that was fun. What?
And then I want to say you're welcome.
Well, you beat me to it, because I was going to just graciously thank you so much for your time, for your infinite wisdom, your personality. You've just been nothing but a treat.
Oh, excuse me. My ears were cold.
That's funny. My ears were cold.
And with that, we're going to leave with these questions. I want to ask the audience. Hey, audience, answer yes or no. Can other people hurt your feelings? Can other people offend you? Can other people disappoint you?
These are trick questions, by the way. Sorry to interrupt. Please
You're not
continue.
sorry. Do you blame other people for how you're feeling? Do you blame your circumstances for how you feel?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes to all? Well, you're at the right show. You're watching the right show. Fix you up, Chappie. And with that, I want to say that, let's see, wrapping it up. That's the end of today's show. I want to thank you for listening. We are debuting this show once a week on Saturday, 9:15 Pacific Standard Time. And we don't have a name for the show, but this is our debut. This is our pilot episode. Don't leave any comments because we don't want to hear them.
Yes, click the subscribe, but don't click the comment. No, you could comment.
You comment. Click the subscribe, click the like button. And until next week, you've been listening to whatever the name of this show. And
Well, I have a temporary name. Let me know, Jack. I know we're ending soon, but what about
we're not ending soon, we are ending.
It's Mama Bird, and Baby Bird. That's one option.
Mama Bird and
I'm
Baby
trying to do the mother son spin.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Well, we'll put it in.
Mama Bear, Baby Bear.
Bear,
Mama is better than Bird. Mama Bear.
Mama Bear, then Baby Bear. Yeah, Bird is
Yeah.
Bird's a little weak.
Not a little. Next week, tune in. We're about to end this stream. And remember, happiness is a practice skill.
Even if you're not happy.
Even if you're not happy. Well, happiness is a practice skill, and you cannot have a happy ending to an unhappy journey. It's about the journey every single moment. Thank you for listening.
Bye-bye.
Does that.